Whew, I'm still super red from the run I just got back from, so excuse the red face. How's everyone doing? So I have to open up my laptop and log into my own live stream in order to see your comment. Oh, look at that. In order to see your comments, but happy Friday. Hooray. So I am just finishing up some work stuff, but I wanted to get us all started. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Happy you're here. I am not connect there, so I'll try to keep talking. Somebody mentioned that they can't see this disjointed format growing my channel, and I'm like, I hear it, I hear you. But I'm just making it work. Hello there, hey Andy DeVirgo, how's it going? Happy to see you too. So this is just to kind of, yes, hope you've been having a good day too, Andy. Just to kind of clarify for anyone else who's just joining or watching this on the replay, this is a live stream where we're simply being accountable, where I'm being accountable to you guys, and you guys can use this for your own accountability purposes as well. So this is simply setting up time to get after those goals. So what I'm really doing is creating something that I kind of want because I wish there was something that I could kind of have on um, as well, that I could have on in the background that would keep me accountable. So again, I'm just looking for someone who's on the journey to building a business and building their brand, building ownership again of a business, and kind of someone who's in the trenches as well. So that is what I am creating. Oh, you know what? I need to sign in there. I don't know why. So what happened was I forgot my Google password like an idiot. I had it written down. I just forgot that I had it written down. But very frustrating. So I had to relog in. So that's what I'm doing right now, is relogging into YouTube so I can see the chat comments on my laptop. Okay. So how's everyone doing this Friday, doing today on your goals that you're setting or that you're in the process of setting? Again, so I went for a 3-mile run, and I'm in the process of working on making sure that my fitness is making sure that I keep on my fitness, because that's really important to me. So I am, as part of that, it's diet and exercise, and diet is 95% of fitness for me, and overall health for me. Diet's also the hardest thing to control for me, or to manage, to moderate for me. I don't like to say the word control. Um, so sorry, I'm just trying to remember my password. It is, not telling you guys my password. Don't log in like every day. Yeah, well, no, because it's just it automated. It was automated, and then all of a sudden it was asking me for my code, and I'm like, I don't know. Great. Now it's asking me to open the YouTube app on my phone, and I am using the YouTube app to stream. Oh, that's very frustrating. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Do you not have a password manager? No, I don't have a password manager. Adam, you started. Oh, okay, interesting. Lady, hello. So you started reviewing the workbook last night. Excellent. You have a memo drafted to your new boss. You're a little fearful about how that response will be to me reverting to the original part-time offer, then working full-time. That is a very, very understandable and legitimate concern. Especially if you're someone like me who really wants to placate. I wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser, but I'm someone that doesn't want to rock the boat. I want to preserve harmony. I want to be a good team member, right? Like, I just want to be a good part of the team. It's not that I don't wanna rock the boat, but sometimes that means my tendency is to put other people's needs in front of my own. So, if that at all resonates with you, I encourage you to say, "Hey, this is something." Lady, you said that the original offer was for part-time, and it really sounds like that's what works best for you. So, I would frame it as, number 1, I mean, you have to kinda think about, I don't say the benefit to the company, but it's like you are a better employee if you're able to take care of yourself. So you're not going to be a good employee if you're spread really thin. You can just simply say, I'd like to return to the original terms and say, I work better in this context. And really don't discount your own value to the company. That's the biggest thing I can say. Don't discount your own value. I'm continually surprised and really amazed by sorry, I was responding to um, a coworker's Slack, but I have a coworker that takes tons of vacation time. She just takes all this time off, and it's like you turn around and she's taking another day, and it's probably not even that much. It just seems like a lot because I come from a background of just working myself to the ground, and I'm like, I really, really, really admire her for that. Like, I really admire her for that. So, in that way, I think that's just awesome. I trying to sign in? I sure am. I hope you guys can still hear me. Yes, I am. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Because it just the YouTube app just asked me if I was trying to sign in. I'm like, "Yes, yes, I am. Thank you." So, that would be my response to that, and that would be that's what I would tell someone else who was kind of wrestling with that item. Just send that draft if you have send that memo. If you have someone that, you can maybe run it by, if you wanna run it by me, I'm happy to do that. Just send me an email. It's wellbehavedwallet@gmail.com. I'm happy to take a look at it. Otherwise, just send it and be unapologetic about it. That's one of the hardest things for me to do. So that's what I would tell someone. I know it's much harder to do in practice, but just really be affirmed in your own worth. So that's my response to that. Oh, jeez almighty. Oh, I can't, and now it's asking me again to open the YouTube app. Ah, it's so frustrating, you guys. Hopefully I think it will still work. No, it won't work. Oh, maybe I can try another way. Okay, let me try another way. Oh, yes. I'm gonna try, 8, 5. I hope this works. I see your questions coming in, guys. There we go. Fingers crossed that we're in. Yes, I am trying to sign in. Yes, it's me, guys. It's me. It's me, YouTube. Let me in. Let me in. Okay, so let's go to all chat. Sandra, hello. You found a disc type test for free. You're a CS. It says my ideal job is an editor, which you've been for 20 years. Sandra, I can see you being that. You seem very thorough and consistent. So I can definitely see you being that. That's amazing. Yeah, it's very accurate. The DISC test is very accurate. So something else I learned from taking that DISC test is that I I have a very high intensity personality type, which I already knew and I've been told many times by people that are close to me, very high intensity. Something else is that because of that high intensity, I tend to create high intensity situations to respond to. Oh, Sandra, thank you so much. You've been looking forward to today's live all morning. Thank you. I've been looking forward to it too. So I don't love the feeling of a high intensity situation. It's interesting because I'm like, I am high intensity, but high intensity makes me like nervous, or I don't love the feeling of high intensity. So I guess I need to learn how to deal with that, but it's also about learning to take decisive critical action outside of a high intensity situation, which is very important to me and not something that I am as familiar with. So that is, again, something I'm working on at the moment, is taking that action without that high intensity situation to demand it. Ooh, excuse me. I just had another protein bar because, again, I am working on that health and fitness. It's not easy. It's a constant struggle. It's not a struggle, it's just a discipline. And there's a phenomenon called the oh, great. Now I'm watching myself live, guys. It's very disconcerting. But that lets me see your chat easier, so that part's good. So, I think does it? Yes. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. There will be a delay though, so guys, bear with me here. Okay. So, in terms of being my health and fitness journey, that's what I was talking about. It's painful, man. If anyone else is on a journey to improve their health, you probably understand. So, how I want to know how you guys are going. Gavin Chan, hello. Oh, you're really enjoying my videos. Excellent. Gavin, hello. I'm so glad you're watching. So, it's been a really, really good week. Very productive. I actually woke up early this morning, which is good. I got out of bed early. I wake up early every morning. I just don't actually get out of bed. So I have continued to track my income, track my bank account balances all week, which even though they haven't changed very much for the better, it's been positive. This has been very positive. And just tracking those tiny changes has been very effective. So that's something that I intend to continue into next week. That was a good thing. That, again, has been very positive. Something I am going to work on adding in is additional action. So I've done a lot of research. Research is fine, but action is better. Well, thinking and action are the best. Thinking, research, action. So I guess I have taken action this week, got an extra video up. That was good. I have not done much thinking, as in sitting down and like strategic thinking. And the reason, I mean, yesterday I had an excellent opportunity. I finished up some work tasks early. I decided to nap instead of I just laid on the couch with my husband and we napped together and it felt great. So that's a choice I made yesterday. A different choice I could have made was to actually, stay up and do work. It was like 4:30, so in the afternoon, so there was no excuse for me to nap at 4:30 in the afternoon. It's not gonna get me to where I wanna go. So there's that. I guess I'm proud of myself from sort of rebounding, from kind of a setback at work yesterday at my day job, and I'm working on, continuing to be disciplined in the day job because I don't know if it's just easy to get kind of, I don't say complacent, but stuck in kind of, your day to day and not putting emphasis on the things that are important in the day job. So, sorry, it's been a busy but very productive morning. So I really put energy in fitness today, and because I feel so much better throughout the day, have those endorphins buzzing around. So I did 3 miles today, and it took me about 38 minutes. I track my times on my phone, just kind of staying at that baseline fitness. I try to do at least 3 miles in under 45 minutes. That's my goal. 15-minute mile. Nice, leisurely 15-minute mile pace is what I'm aiming for. So I was able to do that. I kind of try to push for a mile, give myself a recovery mile, and then come back and push for the last mile. So I think I did them all in 38 minutes, which is good. So but then my face turns, like, beet red, and I look exhausted for the rest of the day, but I feel amazing, so that's good. As far as action goes, so taking action to grow this brand and this channel and also taking action on my business. I continue to do the research that I've been doing on that forum that I mentioned. It's the Fast Lane Entrepreneur Forum. And I was kind of looking up this woman who also mentioned that she was in ecom and her journey, her 10-year journey. Now she's got an MBA, she was valedictorian, she's Ivy League, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, so she's a high achiever to begin with. But she also mentioned that she was going through an identity reinvention sort of thing. She speaks Mandarin. I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, it can be done. That's all that it means. So that's what that is proving to me. So what I have yet to do is to take action on my goals. So this is on the individual, building out the steps. I am doing sort of the day-to-day work on what I need to do in order to build up my my ecom business. But I am not yet. So this is my yearly plan. So for the 5-year vision. So that's year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. And the way this is spaced out, and what I've seen from my last 5-year goals is that I really don't see any huge traction until year 4 and 5. So with my last round of goals, I was doing the work and I was continuing along in the steps that I knew I needed to take just kind of intuitively, but I didn't see any traction until literally the biggest goal I wanted to achieve did not happen until year 5. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of not unexpected, but I've been doing the work all 5 years, so that's fully what I expect in the next 5 years. It's also key that years 1, 2, and 3 are maintaining the foundation and strengthening the foundation, and sometimes that's the best you can do is have a strong foundation in order to build. So that's how I'm setting my expectations. Now, breaking that down into a monthly or even a quarterly plan is very different, but this is very much where I can see that idea of you can accomplish a lot more in 5 years than you think you can. You can accomplish less in a year than you think you can, but you can accomplish a lot more in 5 years. And someone else from yesterday's live stream had said, in regard to paying off some debt, rather than trying to race and pay it off really quickly, why not just pay it off over the next year in 12 equal payments? And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. The thing is, it would still kind of be a little bit painful as a monthly expense, but a lot less painful than having the debt. So there's that. So this is something that I am sort of actively working on. So just as a quick reminder, my 5-year goals are the following. Let me go. Where did I put them? So number 1 and number 2 are both personal, and those are to build a family and to stay active and stay fit, continue to maintain my fitness because they say it's easier to maintain than to lose, which I'm taking that to heart. Goals 3, 4, and 5 are monetary and goals. How close am I? Ooh, Jennifer, how close am I to financial independence? So Jennifer, actually good topic. I have a video on that coming out tomorrow where I go through my financial independence spreadsheet. To be honest, I didn't give up. I never gave up, but I certainly doubted the whole retire early part. As far as financial independence goes, I did make progress, not massive progress, but I made progress. I am about 16 years away. So I'm 39, 59. No, I lie. I'm more than 20 years away. But I think at current rate, I think I'd be like 61. So what is that? Yeah, about 21 years away. About 21 years away at current progress. So I updated my financial independence spreadsheet, which I show in the video that will come out tomorrow, to show a more realistic contribution because I was counting on contributing the max to my IRA and my 401k, which for this year and the foreseeable next year is not realistic. But who knows what could happen. However, I did update that to include kind of more realistic contributions for right now, which is about $10,000, which the max I think was 25.5. So taking it down to 10,000. And even then I would get there again and I'd be 61. And I'm like, 61 as opposed to 68 or 72 or 80. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. And my financial independence number is still 750,000. So how close am I? About 21 years away. I'm like, oh gosh. I can't think about it. But it's good to know. It's better than I thought. Like I'm doing better than I thought. So I find that's 98, almost 100% of the time is that it's always better than I think. Especially when it comes to things like checking my account balances and things like that, it's better than I think. So that's certainly a positive item. So, getting back to my goals, my 5-year goals. So goals 3, 4, and 5 are to have 100K in assets, to be and stay debt free, and to have an income of, I think it was 10K a month through my business. So I was mentioning in earlier streams that I kind of wasn't super excited about these goals because I felt like they were just kind of normal. But then kind of putting them into specifics made them seem more realistic. So actually, let me write these down because I don't know how. I'm remembering them now. 100K in assets, and then so if I had a 10K income from business, and let's say the margin was 30%, that'd be $3,000 income, which is right around where I'm making right now. If I can sustain, that'd be replacing my full-time income with my business income. And if I can set my own hours, then that's, oh my gosh. Jennifer, did you just give me a super chat? Jennifer, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So would I say that marriage has made me closer or further away from financial independence? That's a good question. I really appreciate that. That just made my day. Thank you. That's a good question. I have a video on that. Will marriage help or hurt my financial independence journey? And as of right now, the answer is it nets out to the same. Because and I would say it neither at this point is a negative or a positive. Because hello, Roland Holland. Hello, hello. Yes, please watch the replay later. Excellent. Glad you're here, Roland Holland. So Jennifer just asked the question, very kindly super chatted me. Would I say that marriage has made me closer or further away from financial independence? And I would say that there are several different ways to come at that. And I've actually had this conversation with my husband, and he's like, "Oh, further away." I'm like, okay. But then the more we talked about it, he was like, well, ideally we could share expenses, and if that were the case, which it's not right now. Um, but I know we both make each other happier, and happiness and levels of contentment, I would say, are the number one thing you need to succeed financially. Just being happy and content with where you are right now. And that's been tremendous. So that's probably the biggest change I've seen. As far as closer or further away to financial independence, that still, I believe, comes from within. We both share that same goal. We both share that goal of having a pile of money and not needing to work. We are both at our happiest sitting on a beach somewhere, just chilling out. He's reading a John Grisham novel. I'm listening to a podcast. Like, we are just chilling out, and that is where we are the happiest. And we both also feel good being able to contribute and give back to our communities, or and our families. I mean, families. I'm gonna say family first, but being able to take care of our families is very, very important to us. So we both share very similar goals. So I know that we share those goals. I know that he loves me. I know that I respect him. So in that way, I think the happiness has made my journey much easier to financial independence. I mean, 100% easier. But at this moment, if anything, there's no change to either one of our incomes. If anything, we're spending more because just expenses that have come up with the wedding and then just life, being together for life. So in that way, immediately, it's had not the greatest effect, but I know that together we will be able to help each other financially and emotionally, which will yield financial results. So just looking over the course of our marriage, we've been married, or our course of our relationship, we've known each other for 4 years. And over that course of time, there was an instant connection, but over that course of time, we have both grown so much emotionally that if our relationship continues on that path, as I firmly intend and plan and hope for it to do, that in 5 years from now, we'll both be so much more mature and financially, I would say savvy, sound. And I think I think that will only help both of our journeys to financial independence. I think for both of us, it's that's sort of a benefit to getting married later. Like, we're old people, like, we're just about at middle age, so you hear about people that go through, like, the middle age crisis, like, we're if that's it, then we're going through it. So, I mean, that's always the concern, and the hope is that you grow together, and that's my plan, is that I will continue in my own growth, controlling the only thing I can control, which is myself. And that's just the lesson that I keep learning over and over and over again, is I can only control myself. Others I can only love. I can change myself, others I can only love. So that's something I keep learning and learning over and over and over again. But as far as happiness, I mean, I am like 10 billion times happier now than I was before. And getting married, getting actually married made such a big difference to me and my level of contentment and security, just emotionally, just from a society standpoint. So I think as far as that goes, it's been a huge help to me. And I think he feels the same. I think that it's there's a learning curve, but I think he smiles a lot, which is good. So, that's what I feel about financial independence, and my journey through marriage. Jennifer, are you married? Do you have sort of what are your thoughts on financial independence and marriage? So, because we have kind of a non-traditional story, I've watched the few videos that are out there on marriage and financial independence, and it seems like overall people think, "Oh yeah, you can share expenses and live on one salary," and I'm like, "Oh, that would be nice." Can't really do that right now, but that's the goal eventually. Live on one and bank the other. One day it'll be like that. So that's the goal. But as far as where we are right now, it's kind of a learning and adjusting period for us both financially. So, what else is happening? So I'm looking at these goals thinking, do I want to do the goals or do I want to spend time taking action? And I know that the goals will help long term down the road, whereas the action will bring me closer to those goals. So, my plan for today is to set aside some time to write out the individual, so the quarter by quarter, month by month plan, because his yearly plan was a big help. So I can imagine the quarterly plan would be even more of a help. So that's a goal potentially for today. I also, because I have that video coming out, I'm really proud of it now, that financial independence update video. It's got kind of a more interest grabbing title, hopefully, which is, am I giving up on financial independence? Because I almost did. Like, I gave up on the process of financial independence, but I do show my numbers in that. So look out for that coming tomorrow. It will drop at 8 a.m. So that is the plan. This weekend's kind of a little bit busier. We're going to Delaware, where my uh, husband's family lives. My family now, too. Excuse me, for the last two Sixers games of the season. So that's exciting, but there's going to be some travel. So I'll have to kind of work that into a schedule. So that is a plan for me this weekend. I hope you guys have a good weekend too. Let me know in the comments or watching on the replay what your plans are for this weekend and how you're getting after your goals, how you're breaking them down and making them more achievable. So cool. It is so good to see you this morning, all. And thank you so much for your participation. Thanks again, Jennifer, for your super chat. Thanks, Lady, for the workbook. Sandra as well. Thank you so much for joining. So happy that you were here. Lady, let us know what happens with that memo when you send it to your boss. Oh, yes. Am I planning on sharing a picture of me in my wedding dress? Yes, Sandra, actually, send me an email if you want to see pictures because I actually posted a bunch on Facebook, but yeah, oh no, it's on my phone. I can't show you. The pictures. I love the pictures. I really enjoyed the pictures because it was a beach wedding and the beach is just gorgeous. So the beach is always beautiful. I had so much fun. So, yes, I do plan on sharing them. Got here pretty late. Hello, Matt. Glad you made it. I'm just about to sign off for the weekend, but glad you are here. Watch the replay. Watch the replay. It should go up automatically. I actually have to get moving because I got some stuff to do today. But it is great to see you guys as always, and I look forward to seeing you all on Monday, same time, same place. Replay! Yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.